Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is a very good day. Today's a very special day. Today, I'm going to record a video. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. Um, Today, I'm going to be reacting. As everyone knows, I'm a Seahawks fan. Have been since I was a little kid. I'm going to try to pass the Seahawks fanness on to my son, but that is going to be a challenge. Today, I'm going to be reacting to the I need to actually get. It's the intermission video. That's what I did. But I'm goofed. Alright, so I'm going to. I'm going to be reacting. No thanks. To free agent moves that the Seahawks have done. Okay? So, let's get started. In March 2020, as you can see, the Seahawks have re-signed Drew Lock. Now, in retrospect, this isn't a bad move. Um, he spent all of last season as the backup quarterback. During the preseason, there was a quarterback competition between both Drew Lock and Geno Smith until Drew Lock got COVID week 3 of the preseason, ultimately giving that to Geno Smith. Geno Smith then balled out, had the best season of his entire career, and got that re-sign, which we'll probably get to later. Um, but as of up here so far this offseason, the Seahawks have signed Draymond Jones, Jerron Reed, while releasing Elwood, Shelby Harris, and Quentin Jefferson. Poona Ford, meanwhile, is currently a free agent after starting games for Seattle last year. So, there is that. We have the details of this particular signing. No, we do not. We don't have the length. Seahawks signed linebacker Devin Bush, who was formerly a Pittsburgh Steelers, but after Cody Barton left to go to the Washington Commanders, I can't really say their former name because copyright, or not copyright, but I'll get a strike. I don't want that. But for the Washington Commanders, having Devin Bush is a great addition to the team. He hasn't really produced all that well while he was playing for Pittsburgh, but a fresh change of scenery, a whole new defensive play style should boost the secondary or the front seven just a little bit. I wonder if they have. Yes, they have Jerron Reed. So they don't have. Okay, so they have. There's another thing that I don't think this will address. We signed back, and for those that have paid attention to the Seahawks free agency, we have signed back a one Bobby Wagner, a linebacker. Bobby Wagner has returned to Seattle, I think on a 1-year deal. Huge for the front seven. He played for a high level the 1 year he played in LA outside of Seattle, but all up to this point before he left for Seattle at the end of the 2021 season, he played at a high level in LA. He played at a high level. He was the highest rated linebacker last season. Now he comes back to Seattle, back to a playbook he's familiarized, back with the defensive scheme he's familiarized with. And he's grown his entire career, played his almost entire career with. I'm happy for the signing. Bobby Wagner is a great player. Love him. Love him or hate him with how well he's been doing. He's an all-around, very loved, very well respected. I'm very happy to have Bobby Wagner back. Now, going back to this, Julian Love, safety Julian Love, has been signed by Seattle from the Giants. This is a great addition to the team. All the fact that he's balled out last season. He played fairly well in a more of a hybrid style role. Um, and there's a lot of question marks regarding the health of Jamal Adams. And if he's not quite healthy come the beginning of the season, we can slot in Julian Love and we'll be just fine. So we'll be fine there. Defensive end Jerron Reed, he played for Seattle up until 3 years ago, but he's a significant upgrade over the two defensive tackles that we had. Same with Draymond Jones. Those two are upgrades. Those two will bolster the our front seven along with Devin Bush and Bobby Wagner. Having those four will help us out. Having Julian Love at our safety position while Jamal Adams gets healthy, that's perfect. Alongside Quandre Diggs, and with our year two, our sophomore players and Tyreek Woolen and Colby Bryant, that will be perfect. Tyreek Woolen balled out. He was outstanding last season. Should have gotten. I mean, he was in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not surprised he didn't get it because his competition, the person who actually won it, Ahmad Sauce Gardner from the Jets, played better than Tyreek Woolen, hands down. So, but he made a significant impact, and he was a late round pick. Absolutely love the pick. Have agreed to terms with the quarterback Drew Lock. I'm pretty sure this will give us. No, it's a contract extension. Okay. So we have agreed to terms with center/guard Evan Brown. I'm pretty sure we're going to use him more as a guard, or not a guard by center than a guard. But Evan Brown formerly played for the Lions, for the Detroit Lions. Now with Seahawk. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. We have two outstanding tackles, and Abraham Lucas on the right side, and we have on the left side Charles Cross. Our interior, we have Damian Lewis. We had Gabe Jackson, but Gabe Jackson didn't really do much. Our offensive line kind of overperformed, in my opinion, because other than Damian Lewis, I mean, he kind of he didn't really do all that well. Our center and our right guard didn't really perform all that well. But this will definitely help with our O-line. Like I said, Cody Barton signs with the Commanders. That's where Devin Bush comes in. Wait, is that the official 2023 draft? Yo, that's kind of fire, not going to lie. So this was the 2022 draft hat, which I love my girlfriend to death. She is 100% amazing. I love her. She got me this hat for my birthday last year. And it surprised me. I wanted a draft day hat for forever. Every year they come out with a sick design to their hats, no matter the teams. This one, I liked. I think this design's kind of fire. It's simple, but it's cool. This is fire. Having the logo in the midst of the name. This is like really cool. I love it. Rashad Penny agrees to terms with the Eagles. So we lost Rashad Penny. I am kind of bummed out about this move because Rashad Penny is an outstanding running back, but he's too injury prone early on in his career. But then again, he'll be playing behind a good O-line. He'll be playing or better O-line than Seattle has to offer, with about the same amount of weapons that Seattle does. I want to say uh, AJ Brown's better than DK Metcalf, but you have a quality number one and number two. You have a great wide receiver duo over there as you did in Seattle. You have a better. I mean, the only thing that's better is the fact that their team is more well rounded on both sides of the ball. They have studs on both sides of the ball, so they can make another legitimate run to the postseason and make another Super Bowl run if they really want to, and give Rashad Penny that much needed Super Bowl ring that he deserves. He's an outstanding running back. Yeah, he's inconsistent and injury prone, but I think with Philadelphia, he'll be just fine. Philadelphia also lost Miles Sanders, so this signing makes sense to them. Travis Homer agrees to terms with the Bears. This one I don't quite get. You have Khalil Herbert, and you already have and you have three running backs at this point. You really don't. I mean, yeah, give Justin Fields as many weapons as possible. They're loading Justin Fields with weapons. By all means, give him as much help as humanly possible, but you need to bolster the offensive line and the defense in order for him to get anywhere. So this move, Travis Homer to the Bears, I really don't agree with, but it's kind of understandable. He is fast. He is great in the return game. And I will kind of like to see Travis Homer more with a more not so limited of a role, with a more of expanded role. But with the other running backs that they have, with Devontae Freeman and Khalil Herbert, I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more used in the return game, but we'll see. Oh, there should be more. We re-signed. Well, that was before free agency. Because I was about to say we re-signed. Oh yeah, Bobby Wagner's coming home. There it is, March 25th. Bobby Wagner's coming home. Perfect. This is actually, I'm really happy they put this here. This is perfect. A perfect addition to the team because with, like I said, with Jordan Brooks, the 9-time All-Pro and member of the 2010s All-Decade team, Wagner gives the Seahawks a much-needed help at inside linebacker. Wagner's signing, along with that of former first-round pick Devin Bush, gives the Seahawks reinforcements with Jordan Brooks recovering from a late ACL injury, and with Cody Barton moving on in free agency. It does. It really does. We lost Cody Barton, and he was a underrated linebacker. He played under Bobby Wagner almost his entire career. And Bobby Wagner overshadowed what Cody Barton was doing. Cody Barton played outstanding football, and I think Cody Barton going to the Commanders is a huge pickup for them. I hope he does well, because I want to see everyone succeed in the NFL unless they play for the New England Patriots. Because I despise the New England Patriots. And I kind of despise the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. But my hatred for the Steelers aren't nearly as severe as they were back in Super Bowl 40, almost 20 years ago. So I've learned to let that slide. But with this being a thing, this will help us out with our linebacker situation while our linebackers get healthy. Cal Fuller, center guard, signs with the Broncos. I'm not really too surprised about this move, to be honest with you. The Broncos need a lot of help. Their offensive line crumbled this season after trading for Russell Wilson from the Seahawks. Their offensive line struggled to amounts to anything and keep Russell Wilson protected under every circumstance known to mankind. So I'm not really too surprised. But the Seahawks signed, yep, it's official. Seahawks signed Evan Brown on the 3rd of April, which I am very happy for because this gives us extra help on that O-line. After losing Cal Fuller and another one due to retirement. Seahawks re-signed wide receiver Cody Thompson. I'm actually kind of happy for this move, not going to lie. A lot of our receivers have been overshadowed by Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, with Marquise Goodwin leaving Seattle. This gives guys like Cody Thompson a chance to shine in that wide receiver 3 role, unless we draft another receiver, which we're probably going to. But with the 5th overall pick, I'm pretty sure we should address the 5th and the 20th pick strictly on defense. I would like edge rushers. I really would. I think edge rushers is what we need to kind of help with that. Ryan Neal signs with Tampa Bay. I think I'm not too happy with this move. Ryan Neal played some outstanding football when he was given the chance to kind of show what he can do before he got injured. He played some outstanding football, and I was hoping we could re-sign him. But, I understand the move, and I hope he succeeds, because Ryan Neal is an outstanding player. I'm just not a fan of him leaving to go to Tampa Bay. Tampa needs to rebuild, not restructure. So he's going to struggle, or that team's going to struggle. He might not struggle, but the team will definitely struggle. I don't think any of it will have to involve Ryan Neal. But they need a rebuild, not retool. Jonathan Abram is now a New Orleans Saint, which we picked him up midway through the season. So I'm kind of not really too surprised that we let him go. Because after watching the games, he didn't really do much. And quite frankly, we have Julian Love now, so we really don't need Jonathan Abram. He didn't really be all that impactful for the Raiders kind of towards the end of his tenure. He was at the beginning, but not towards the end. So I'm not really surprised. L.J. Collier to the Cardinals. This one I'm actually kind of surprised about, because he wasn't that bad as a defensive end. A lot of people may disagree with me all they want. That's fine. In my opinion, I don't think L.J. Collier was that bad. The Cardinals are going to suffer. They're going to be massively downgraded. Their defensive front are not going to be nearly as significant as it was last season, with J.J. Watt turning back the clock for one more year. J.J. Watt looked like his Pro Bowl self last season with I think Byron Murphy, who left. So they have Buda Baker still, but they don't have any other significant players. They're AJ Green retired. Kyler Murray is super inconsistent. They're more than likely losing DeAndre Hopkins, because he stated he wants out of Arizona. So that team's gonna be significantly worse than they were a season ago. So I don't understand the move to the Cardinals. I think another team outside of Seattle It's more of a contender, probably, but I don't understand Arizona. I mentioned Travis Homer to the Bears, Cody Barton to the Commanders. I don't understand this one, but I completely understand this one. Because I hate seeing him in such a. I hate seeing Travis Homer in such a limited role, because he's more than likely not going to be the third down back, not going to be a power back. He's going to be a return person. He's too good to be in special teams. Cody Barton is a starter. He's going to be their starter, hands down. This one, I also understand Rashad Penny is going to be a starter easily for Philadelphia. And I mentioned on the free agent additions Draymond Jones, Jerron Reed, Evan Brown, Devin Bush, Julian Love, and Bobby Wagner. Free agents retained. Geno Smith. This one was the one I really wanted to talk about because Geno Smith earned the contract that he was given, making him the 15th ranked highest quarterback or most paid quarterback in the NFL. For how well he played, that's a steal. The amount he got paid, the contract he got paid for, is a steal. Kicker Jason Myers. Honestly, I'm really happy for. Because he's a consistent kicker. He doesn't miss all the many PATs and field goals that he does. So I'm happy that we retained him. But going back to Geno Smith, we have him for 3 years. He's playing at an outstanding level this deep into his career, being a career backup since he left the Jets. And last season, he played all 3 teams that he played for, the Jets, the Giants, and the Chargers, and we beat them all. We beat all 3. First player in NFL history to beat all 3 of his former teams. Linebacker, fullback, Nick Bellore. He's more used as the linebacker and special teams player. He is an all-around great guy on and off the field, so I'm really happy we retained Nick Bellore. But he's more used as a special teamer and an occasional linebacker, and he's been doing pretty freaking well in the special teams area and his linebacker role. So I'm really happy with this retain. Phil Haynes. This is going to be the guy more than likely replacing Gabe Jackson. So I'm really happy with this one. It's a 1-year deal. And he's a younger, much healthier version or option than Gabe Jackson. So I'm really, really happy that we retained him because this gives us another person on our O-line that we can work around. Drew Lock is a nice backup. I really don't want him to sit there. I want to see him play in the preseason, see what he has to offer, and go from there. Cody Thompson, I even mentioned, I'm kind of happy because this means the wide receiver 3 is open, wide open. We run multiple receiver sets. So I'm wanting to see what he can do in a more of an expanded role. I'm really wanting him to step up more on offense, see what he can do, give that opportunity, and just shine. He has earned it. He's deserved it. In my opinion, he hasn't really shown much other than in preseason and special teams actions, but he's given the opportunity. I want to see him capitalize on. I want to see him thrive in this system. But out of all the notable free agent additions, so out of all the ones, the most notable one, the best one, honestly, is for the free agents retained. We retained Geno Smith. That one's the best one, honestly, in my opinion, because we can pick up another kicker easily. And these 3, while impactful, while these 5 realistically impactful as they are, yes, but none is bigger than how Geno Smith performed last season, getting his first career Pro Bowl and looking like a top 10 quarterback in the league. Arguably top 5, but top 10 easily. Man has deserved the the starting quarterback role with the contract that he's given. So this is the most notable one for the free agents and for the free agent additions. While Draymond Jones easily could top the list, my same with Julian Love. Mine is Bobby Wagner. If you look at the list and do not pick Bobby Wagner as the top notable free agent pickup, you're on crack. Bobby Wagner has played at a high level since he got picked up and drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. He played that lone year as a Ram. Granted, the Seahawks gave him the short end of the stick and really screwed up his entire chances to retain as a Seahawk. And a cap saving move, I understand the cap saving part, but they should have done it in a different way. The fact that he came back to Seattle after everything that went on a year ago is impressive. No love loss. Like, everyone has addressed that, hey, we should have him back. He got released. Let's get him back. And he's back. Like, if you're looking at me in the comment section down below and say Bobby Wagner is not the most notable free agent addition, you are not a true football fan. You're just a person that doesn't want to see the full picture. Because while yes, he is up there in age, so we're looking at more of a regression at some point in the near future, the fact that he's able to play at such a high level for this long is incredible. I don't expect it to last any longer, but I still expect productive years ahead of him. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer easy. With a Super Bowl ring, first ballot Hall of Famer easy. Now for the free agent loss, probably the most notable free agent loss I want to say would be Cody Barton. It would either be Cody Barton or Rashad Penny. Here's why. Rashad Penny, when healthy, is an explosive running back. He showed it early at the beginning of the 2022 season, showed it late at the 2021 season when he played the few games for taking off an injured Chris Carson. He was explosive. He played pretty freaking well at the second half of the season. Almost rounding out 1,000 yards in a half a season. And Cody Barton, he's a dynamic freaking linebacker. And the fact that he was able to be a nice compliment to Bobby Wagner is incredible. So I'm really looking forward to what those two have to do with their respective teams. They do have to go against each other twice a year. They play in the same division. I'm pretty sure Philadelphia will smack Washington like they typically do the last few years. But Washington will have a fight for the money. They'll give them a run for their money. As long as they have a capable quarterback under center, Washington will have a chance to win. Anything else I should address? Let's know. So with that being said, overall, I want to say the offseason was a pretty good offseason for Seattle. We did I want to say we earned a pretty high grade. I think a lot of people would grade us at like an A to B range. Not as much of an A plus, but more of like A minus to a B plus. We definitely addressed a lot of holes in our roster, but we didn't really get any notable pickups, like major pickups. We upgraded the holes that we needed to upgrade, which is what we really could have asked for. So I think the off season was a good for the fans of Seattle. So I can't complain with that. But with that being said, this is your boy Psycho Kid. I'm gonna bring to you a podcast, a much longer video. I wanted to do a podcast today, but I kind of did the video a little later than I would like to. I had some things that I needed to get done first personally, so with that actually being the case, I needed to take care of some personal stuff, get some cleaning, get some baby bottles done. So Damien, my son, has some clean bottles to do, or to eat from. But podcast is coming soon. And I want to get a video out to you guys, kind of see what you all think from your favorite teams. What was the best free agent signing? What was the best free agent retain? And what was the best? What was the more notable free agent addition, free agent retain, and free agent loss that your teams had? I would like to know in the comment section down below. Do leave a like if you kind of liked what I had to hear about the Seahawks update for free agency, what we've done so far. If you want more football content, let me know in the comment section down below and by leaving a like on this channel. I do want to plan on bringing some zombies content to you guys. Myself and Demonic Essence will be working on bringing some zombies content out to you guys. And I kind of started that whole zombie series by doing a zombies tier list for maps. If you haven't checked that out, do check it out. I'll also leave a link to my Twitch and my Kick down in the description down below. I do stream on those two platforms, not so much on Kick as I do on Twitch. But I will be doing a lot of streaming over there. But with that being the case, I do love you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone for watching. And with that being the case, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.